Day 32 of backtesting until I'm profitable. So we're still on USD JPY, but I think we're just about to finish. Let me just see how many days is left. Uh, okay, we just have 91 days left. So we can take a look at the stats. So I guess you can say we have a rising equity curve. I'm happy with that. Um, we have 69 winners, 67 losers. And overall for 6 years we're just above 12.6%. You can say it's 12.7%. We just round it off. So I guess within this current period we can say I was profitable. But since there's 90 something days left, let's just go finish off that 91 days. But now it's gonna be kind of weird because we're gonna go into current price action, which is price action that I'm familiar with. But we can just go for it, just for the sake of finishing. Uh, just for the sake of finishing those 90 something days. So I was backtesting yesterday, but I was not streaming. I caught some of these moves to the downside. A couple of losers. So I caught some really good moves, as you guys can see in this down move. I also slightly increased my risk, as you can see over here. I lost $100, $125, $125. So these small wins, I think here I moved my stop loss into profit, and then these ones are where I moved my stop loss. So initially it should have been a loss for $125, but it was like $50 because I moved my stop loss. And yeah, that's basically it. As I was saying, I just wanted to notify you guys that I just didn't stream yesterday, but I was trading this move to the downside. So yeah, so let's get into it. So this looks like a correction. So I'll see if I get a possible setup. So basically what I'm doing is, if this is a correction and price continues to push, or price makes an aggressive move to the downside, I want to be in the trade. We just have good look at this. There's a possibility for this to be some sort of a pattern for upside, something like this. So once you break the low, it'll continue pushing higher. Let me just have a look on the daily. So on the daily, if you guys are aware, we're within an uptrend, right? So these sells are pretty much short-term sells. Now let me just see something. I want to see. Okay, so we didn't break this high. Okay, it's fine. I'll take this out in case price breaks to the downside. Okay, I'm now in the sell. And as always, I have my Notion open on the other screen. Actually, so that. Excuse me. Okay. Okay. And we're out. So nothing has necessarily changed, just that price is making a much more bigger correction. Unless this is a total reversal and a change in structure whereby price will continue to push high, which is also possible. Okay, I'm going to attempt another sell because this can continue to push to the downside. So I'm going to attempt a second sell, and then we'll see how it plays out. Okay, let me just see something. It looks like price is going to continue pushing higher. Okay, so price is breaking to the upside. This kind of looks aggressive, right? You see how this went up It started really small, made another move and went up. This looks very aggressive, so we might see a possible moves to the upside. Okay, so this looks like a pattern. Okay, so now that this pulled back, let me see if I can't get a potential buy setup. Okay, this is not clear for me, so I'm just gonna let it go. I would have simply just like priced to make this move to the downside and continue pushing higher. Now that we made another move, it could develop into something else. If it does push higher, I'm okay with it going without me. Oh, price broke. Okay, this would have actually been a nice setup, but I was simply just hesitant on taking it. So I was hesitant on taking the second setup, so I'm okay with that. So the tricky part is this one is finding a good entry. Okay, so I'm gonna attempt to get a short on based on the fact that this looks like a correction. Right, we've been having these small corrections and then we finally made a bigger one, so hopefully this one pushes to the downside and I'm in the sell. Okay, now that we've broken this low, I'm gonna move my stop to break even. And I'm out for break even. Oh wait. So I'm gonna look for another attempt for the break of this structure. So I think this is just making a much more bigger correction. And then hopefully once we retest this level, we'll get some sort of a reversal form, move to the downside. Okay, I'm gonna put a sell stop over here. So let's see if price will. Okay, so now that this pulled higher, I'm now hesitant. I should have just removed my pending order, but it's fine. Because now this looks like it's making a correction for upside. But then I'll see how I manage the trade. Let me just take a screenshot. And I think I'm going to move to break even. Okay, so this looks like a correction. Let me see if I can get another entry. Okay, I'm in the second cell. The other one is already running at break even, so I guess it's risk free at this point. So now the only risk is on this second position. Okay, out for a loss on the second position, and then let's break even on the first one. I'm gonna type it somewhere here. Break even. Okay, now this looks like a correction. So let's see if I can't get an entry to the downside over here. Okay. So now the question is, are we making a much more bigger correction? But as you guys can see, price made an impulse correction with another impulse, with an impulse correction with another impulse. So are we making some sort of a similar pattern, making this a bigger correction for more downside? Nothing is confirmed as yet. We'll see how this plays out. So it does look like price is going to continue pushing to the upside. Okay, let me see if I can get a short-term sell. So come and retest this one. Let me just reduce my risk and let's see if it'll play out. Okay, I'm in the sell. So basically the idea is this is just the pullback and we're going to continue pushing to the downside. Okay, so I'm not that confident in this move as it's not really moving aggressively. Okay, there we go. I think I'm gonna reduce my risk. Let's see if it plays out. Okay, nice. So this actually looks like a sell setup. I can attempt to look for continuation, but I'm just gonna leave it. And okay, let me just see where my stop would have been. So I don't think my stop would have been at this house, so my stop would have had to either be somewhere here. So I would have probably been out for a loss. Let me just see. Yeah, I would have probably. Yeah, I would have probably been out for a loss, so it's okay. So I'm just gonna attempt to get this last move to the downside. Let's see if price is gonna be nice to us. Basically, the reasoning behind this trade is that price made a pullback, and I'm looking for continuation. So we can possibly see this break this high, and then we'll get continuation. Okay. So this could be a possible pullback. Okay, so let's see if price will break aggressively to the downside. Okay, we are in the sell. Okay, I'm actually going to close this trade since we've broken the low. And there we go. So my question is, how long are we going to keep pushing to the downside? I don't think this is going to keep going down forever. Right? At some point, we'll have to make a deeper pullback, something like this. So let's see. However, this does look like a pullback, but I'm not interested. This is actually a sell setup, right? We have a pullback, we have a reversal, and this is some sort of a low time frame pullback for continuation. Let me show you guys another example of that. We have a pullback, right? A move against the trend. Right now on the lower time frame, price is going to the downside. Right, we have a pullback, we have a pullback. Market makes a move, market makes a move, market makes this lower time frame pullback, we get a lower time frame pullback, price pushes lower, so there is a possibility for this to push lower. However, it's not guaranteed, right? There's plenty of other possibilities of how this could play out. This could just break here and continue going higher, making a bigger correction. And this could have made some sort of a 1, 2, 3 in here to continue pushing higher, making a bigger correction, and then we'll see it on. So I am aware of all the possibilities. However, that does not necessarily have to stop me from trading. And in this case, price action did not play out in what we were hoping for, and that's okay. So now, if this makes a pullback, it will be a good sell setup. Okay, let's see if we can't get a nice short-term sell. However, I'm very skeptical of the sells at this point because we've pushed quite really low. So at this point, I have to be a bit careful. So let's see what happened. Oh, let's see if price will push lower. Okay, price broke to the downside and we're in the trade. Hopefully this continues to push. However, there's a possibility that this is just a correction to continue pushing low to the upside. So it can be a correction for a possible move to the downside. Oh, and we're out. I think I was in this trade a couple of months ago, if I'm not mistaken, but I'm not sure. But this looks very familiar. So I think right now we're making a much more bigger correction, right? Which was quite expected. So the question is this correction over? So we can try another sell, simply because this is a deep correction. Market reverse, you have a pullback, we're looking for continuation. I can reduce my risk a bit. And this is my target. Okay, I'll stick with this one. Okay, so price broke to the upside. So if I'm going to sell Now that price is broken the low, I would like to see a pullback, then I will sell. Otherwise, this looks like a possible correction for upside. So it could be the beginning stages of some sort of move to the upside. Okay, so price is definitely moving to the upside. So I guess we can look at this as a correction. Oh, so I could leave a pending order at this level. It's going to be a bit risky because there's no clear pattern. However, based on previous market data, when price makes a huge spike like this, we make some sort of correction and we continue pushing lower. Sometimes it just continues falling without making that correction. So we can attempt the sell, and we're in the sell. So even if this falls back, um, it can pull back. Let's just hope it does not get to this level. So even if it does pull back, we'll still get the move to the downside. Looks like I'm gonna be out, and I'm out. I think in hindsight, I should have moved my stop to break even once we made this move. But then, yeah, let's put this in the motion. Okay, this looks like a possible short-term buy. Now, when I zoom out and look at the higher time frame, I'm very hesitant in taking the buy. Just gonna take a small position. Okay, now the structure has changed and I'm no longer interested in the buy because I was expecting it to continue pushing aggressively. I did not anticipate this to just keep going sideways. Okay. Okay. At this point, I feel like I know what's next. We're currently in October. In December, and because I've been active on the market, I know this is going to push higher, and now we're currently in a down move. And I know we're going to be in a down move because I was actually in a trade to the downside today. Let me see if I can't bring up my graphics pro, and I'll show you guys that it's actually in a sell today on USDJPY. So I was actually in this small sell to the downside, which is